Hi everyone, I am Elyse as Another Truth on YouTube. Welcome and welcome back. I hope you're all doing well and you're taking great care of yourselves. I hope the rest of your week into your weekend is restful and recuperative. I cannot believe how fast this week has gone by. I wanted to cover this IG post created by Withoutacrystallball. Thank you, Ballz, for capturing this for us. I appreciate it. This is a really disturbing post in many respects, and I am going to acknowledge the problem behind the additional content creators in this motley mix of misfits and fools, because this is very, very disturbing to me on many levels. Now, the content warning here is that I might use inflammatory language, inflammatory words, and I'm going to bring up very hot topics about invasion of privacy, what that means, what I saw from this, and talking about doxing, harassment, bullying, and so on. I would suggest that if you're sensitive to any of these topics, please just come back at another time. I don't want anything to happen to you. If you must stay, you want to stay, there are links in the description, sources that might be able to help you. If any of you out there know of any additional resources in your country or somewhere I didn't pick up, please let me know of that link. I'd like to incorporate it in a list of resources for people to refer to. I'm not an expert in anything that I talk about here, so don't take my word for it. It's just my opinion based on what I understand. Always do your own research, and whatever you do not harass anybody in this video by means of retaliatory law enforcement calls, social service calls. Do not go to their channel. Do not harass them or threaten them of any kind. This is not something I condone on my channel. Okay? And I mean that. So, let's us begin. Withoutacrystallball. A sister wives TikToker and her friend lied to multiple real estate agents in order to gain access to Cody and Robin Brown's home. A TikToker, Akira, and her friend Denise admitted to the scam and filmed inside the home for content on YouTube and TikTok. During the 20-minute video inside of the home, Akira admits that they lied to the agents in order to snoop inside the home. Denise posed as a potential buyer and gained information from the agents about the home. Akira filmed inside of it. Both women opened drawers, refrigerators, freezers, closets, and went into Robin and Cody's closet. Akira got overly excited and actually touched Robin's clothing and noted that the expensive items inside the home. Under Arizona law, every person has a right to privacy in their own home. Illegally filming inside of a home without the homeowner's consent can be deemed civil invasion of privacy and violate criminal laws for filming without consent. Akira hid her filming from the agents and stated numerous times that she felt bad and that she believed that the real estate professionals were onto them. Okay, so while I did not find it on one of Akira's programs, and if I'm not pronouncing her username correctly, her professional name correctly, please forgive me because I've never heard of this person before, and I did not listen to any type of introduction. I did find it on another social media platform. I did not watch that video. I did not participate. I did read some of the comments. And what was sad to me about it, that very few people had the proverbial balls of steel to call out this obnoxious creator. Well, they're obnoxious for doing this. And, I am going to put this in context where it belongs. Now, separating this from Without a Crystal Ball, I read that Arizona statute. I'm not a legal expert, so it's not something that I can comment on definitively. That is something for a legal expert to weigh in on with their legal opinions. And I suggest that Cody and Robin at this point refer to that. Maybe people are taking advantage because maybe Cody and Robin don't want to involve the police. But at this point, they're being cyber stalked and harassed as far as I am concerned. And they are experiencing this invasion of privacy because inside the home, what was in their refrigerators, what was in their closets, whatever it is that they actually went through and then physically touched, which was appalling to me. That could be considered an invasion of privacy because those things in itself are not a matter of public concern. I don't know what possessed these two dumbasses to do something as despicable and as horrifying as going into someone's home and snooping into private areas of the home. I wanted to know, firstly, did the realtors or real estate agents, whoever showed the home to these people, did they vet them? Did they watch what they were doing in terms of going through private stuff? I don't know everything. I didn't see the video, so I can't judge it. But I can't imagine doing a showing and having a pair of creeps show up at my home while I'm not there and going through my drawers or my closet to inspect the quality of what I wear, filming what's in my freezer, in my refrigerator, let's say in my cupboards, in my bathroom cupboards. That is disgusting. That is appalling behavior. And I hope that these two idiots get in serious trouble for this, to be made an example of. Now, I did report the YouTube video because even though I did not watch it, I just I knew it was that video and I reported it. YouTube isn't going to care. I've reported Katie Joy's inappropriate videos and nothing's been done. So, but I think what these two dumbasses did was terrible and horrible. I don't care how much and what anybody thinks about Cody and Robin. I can't even imagine two creeps, like I said, going through my stuff and talking about it and showing other people when it's not a matter of public concern. And the thing is, these two people masqueraded as prospective buyers to invade that home and to document this and to show it to the world, they're in serious trouble. They are in serious trouble. This was a stupid thing to do, and it was malicious. And I hope that they get the book thrown at them for this. It should never be tolerated. I don't know what these creeps thought that they were trying to pull off. And they didn't get that many views on that. You know, it's not like their subscriber count went through the roof or anything. You know, like I said, what's disheartening that only a handful of people, less than a handful of people that I could see so far in their comments, spoke out about this, and good for them. Good for them. You know, while Without a Crystal Ball might be right about some of this, this doesn't take away from the fact that Katie Joy herself has invaded people's privacy, shared personal information, I believe cyberstalked people. I believe that she was behind a lot of the threats and stuff that was going on, if not anybody else. And Katie Joy has a habit of revealing private information that's not of the public's interest. To me, I don't care about somebody's social security number. That is a identifying piece of documented identity listen, so many people have been hacked and their information's been leaked anyway, but there's no reason for Katie Joy to do something like that. There's no reason for Katie Joy to consistently dig up public information and then use that, breaking the law, to use that inappropriately in an attempt to harass others. Because these places, you know, especially if you get it from law enforcement, you can't do that to harass others. It's not intended for that purpose. Whether it's illegal or not, I don't know. I'm not a legal expert. I have not dug up police records from a courthouse or requested FOIAs, although it would be my right to request a FOIA. But I have not done that. I just go by what is posted. And yes, you know, I don't think it's necessarily an invasion of privacy because it is public, but it's also information related to the stuff that Katie Joy had kind of brought up herself in the course of conversation in certain time periods. So from what I've seen, people didn't go beyond that. They went as far as where Katie Joy was present on YouTube saying certain things, and people wanted to confirm that. And it did reveal a lot, but a lot that we already suspected of. But that doesn't mean that we want to go and tour Katie Joy's house. I don't want to see that broken down thing that she doesn't take care of, a beautiful home she doesn't take care of. I'm not interested. I would never, ever. I don't even know where she lives. Like, I don't know her address, nothing. I'm not interested. I'm not going to look it up online because I'm not interested in that. I just see some of the images that she herself has posted and not beyond that. And maybe some things that she did show that people pointed out. Like, okay. And it's up to me to decide, is that what I think it is? But Katie Joy has orchestrated things in an attempt to get people into trouble. I believe she tried to frame her neighbors, and she did so in her own lives and videos and photographs, in terms of saying that her pride flag was wrecked. She probably wrecked it and tried to frame them, but I don't have any proof. It's probably affected by weather, but I think she was probably behind that to get the neighbors in trouble for alleged hate crimes because they had an issue with her because she could not contain her special needs dogs. And why Katie Joy didn't get dogs, why Katie Joy got dogs and not provided a safe space for them, a space where they can grow into safety, into feeling secure, and doing what she needed to secure them on her property so that they weren't distracted, that they didn't feel like they were at threat. Um, she has animals in the house she can't take care of. But, just I assume that because of what she herself has shown with a kitty litter box inside of a bedroom. Place is a mess. And listen, having kids, it's hard. Kids you want a house that's lived in. I don't care about papers strewn on a living room floor. Okay, I don't care if toys are all over the place or the kitchen counter has a ton of glasses and stuff. I've been there. I understand how mental illness is like, or having depression or feeling awful is like. And I'm not going to put someone down for that, but Katie Joy consistently finds these pictures and things and gets this inside information about people's homes and people's things and makes fun of it and talks about it, makes it central. So her attitude here, that she cares about the law and what these people did, she has no respect for the law. She doesn't care about people's privacy. She invades people's privacy. She threatens people with their past if they speak up against her. And if they don't want to have anything to do with her, she makes up lies about them and false allegations against them, which I think that is criminal. And she's in serious trouble as it is. So for her to make any comments about this is ridiculous. She's in no place to talk about invasion of privacy. This is just one of her deflection tactics, or it's one of her ways to create rage reactions from people. Because she figures, well, if she can't be a reporter, she's going to be a shock content creator. And that kind of entertainment is old. That's a relic from our era. Katie Joy and I we're both middle-aged. We're both Gen X, and we grew up with the shock jock era, the Jerry Springers, the Jenny Jones, nonsense crap on TV. We were definitely the generation of television, of watching television. Well, honestly, we should have been reading a book or doing something else more productive. But a lot of us had to raise ourselves. So, and I can see Kitty Joy as a product of that. I can see that. And this is all that this is. Because she herself has done it, it takes away from the fact that people are bringing up her inappropriate behavior and her invading the privacy of others. And Katie Joy probably, and I agree with this opinion, that Katie Joy is probably just envious because she wanted to do this herself. She would have done anything to go to Arizona to pull something like this off. Now, it's interesting to me why she doesn't travel anyway. She doesn't ever leave her house. And if she is, it's to buy BMWs she can't afford. Take away Make-A-Wish gifts from people. She'd rather rant and cry online how her son is being ignored and being left out of things because she sees Gypsy Rose being gifted by companies, or Gypsy Rose's unborn child being gifted things that the baby needs. Can you imagine? Katie Joy is so petty and so selfish that she's threatened by a child who isn't born yet. Can you imagine? She hates babies. She hates them. But she hates them in the most sick way for many other reasons beyond that. But she's threatened by a child, a baby. And then she talks about how her son has this and that. Whenever Katie doesn't get what she wants, she will post something with pretend fake performative care and say, well, this is an injustice and that's an injustice. She's only doing that because she herself can't do it. She herself doesn't get the benefit of it, of that attention or those things that are given. You know, she wants to take away those particular resources from people when she herself supposedly has made quite a bit of money doing what she's doing. Meanwhile, her YouTube channel is a joke. And it's a joke because of all those fake subscribers. No wonder she never got her YouTube play placard. No wonder. I agree with others on that, and that is suspect. Albeit she said she received some strikes and she couldn't get that, but I think that's something she researched to cover from the fact that most of her audience is contrived. So she goes on TikTok and brings her Katie Joy cult-like appearance over there, pulling the same crap because she thinks she's going to get away with it. And she isn't going to make what she thinks she's going to make on YouTube. People will track her and find her. And she doesn't appeal to a younger crowd, even if she tries to look like LB or she tries to look like someone else. No matter whose image she's trying to emulate, she's still going to be Katie Joy. And no one's really interested in Katie Joy. Nobody's really interested in her nonsense. She could have had a nice channel, a peaceful life with good mental health care, a good income stream or two, without getting into this Jerry Springer-like nonsense that she does, or this Jenny Jones nonsense like she does. And she's not even professional. I mean, now she's, she figures that if she's going to go down in flames, she's going to talk about bring everybody else to hell with her. So this is nothing but a ruse to distract from the fact that Katie Joy is in trouble herself, legally. This is what this was about. And perhaps she is envious because she didn't get to break the law and snoop around their house. But it's more like a deflection of her own legal troubles. Thanks for listening.